So, Michelle, lately I received feedback from the executive that when I was in the presentation, I say a word that makes me less confident, such as if I understand this correctly. Just a phrase of word, it makes me the feedback is I wasn't confident in the presentation. So, can you help me to understand that? How can I develop the executive present at work?
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people struggle with this. They talk to executives like they talk to friends, and they talk very casually to them. Executives are oftentimes distracted, and they're oftentimes very busy.
Mm-hmm.
So when you talk to them, you want to use very direct terms, and you want to speak as though you're the expert in the field. So I wouldn't start with "I think." I wouldn't start with "if I understand this correctly," and I wouldn't say things like "at this point." I would say, "Here's the situation. We need to do more of Plan B. We're going to do it now, and here's what I need from you to allow me to do this." And now you've communicated very clearly what you need, what their role in getting you that is, and you're off to the races. And
Essentially,
you've developed
yeah, like essentially removing all the fluffed words at the beginning will quickly, instantly help you to develop the executive present.
that conveys that you know what you're talking about, and that you have a plan. I mean, so really what it comes down to, I have a plan, I know what it's going to cost, and I'm confident that it's going to work. That's that's what so when you're talking to an executive, beyond how was your weekend or whatever, the minute you get into a business conversation with an executive, and especially if you're an unknown quantity, right? If you're a known quantity, you've already established value. So maybe you can spend more time beating around the bush, but generally you want to say, here's the issue, here's what we're going to do about it, here's what I need from you. And when you describe the issue, you want to describe it precisely, and you want to get to the point quickly. And you want to be confident that this is the problem. It's not what I think the problem is. It's not what we suspect the problem is. This is what the problem is. And be prepared if they say, "Why do you think that?" It's not necessarily that they're challenging what you're thinking. They just want to know what your
Right.
rationale was.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another one. If they say, "Why do you think that?" and you come off as they sense that you're defensive, now they're going to question that. Well, does she really know that? Right? If she's not, if she was, if she really knew that, she wouldn't be defensive. She would tell me why she knew that. Right? So if you say we need to do twice as many emails every month, why do you think that? Well, because our data has shown that we get three leads for every 1,000 emails we send out, and we know that we need 6 leads a month. So that's why. And now you've presented confidence, and so you've backed up your assertion with data, and you've answered the person's question.
So confidence comes from knowing your thing.
Confidence comes from
You
knowing your
have to
thing.
know your craft.
You have to know your craft. You have to act like you've done it before, even if you haven't. And even if you haven't, that doesn't mean you have to be uneducated about the subject. You can do your research, go into the meeting, and say, "Here's what we need to do, or here's what the problem is. Here's what we need to do, and here's what I need from you, so that I can go off and make this happen for the company."
Got it.
And 9 times out of 10, especially after they know you a little bit, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get any challenges, and they're going to just say yes. And the more you can get to that kind of interaction, the more value you're going to demonstrate. Because now I don't have to spend a lot of time with you. And it also allows you to have then more time to develop a better relationship with the person, because they're going to spend a little bit more time with you where you can talk about something else. I might say, I might say, because I'm not stressed for time now, because you were concise and you got to the point and you made it easy for me. I might say, hey, how's that last thing we talked about? How's that going? And you can say, well, as a matter of fact, it's really successful. Thanks for your help in getting the support I needed from the rest of the organization, and because of that, we were able to we were able to double our performance in this area.
Yeah, it sounds like Michelle, when we are at work, the key mindset that we should have is how can I help your boss, or especially your boss, how can I help someone's life better, easier, and faster, more efficient? That is always in our mind in order to perform really well.
Yeah, and by the way, this is all good for executives, but it also applies to coworkers. So if you're going to a coworker and a coworker needs to do something for you, get to the point. Don't beat around the bush. Don't don't hem and haw. Say, hey Jane, this is what I need. Blah 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 blah. I'm trying to make it work this way. Can you help me? And so now Jane knows exactly what you need, and you guys get to work on it quicker. You get it done quicker, and everybody's more productive.
Got it.